One stranger's kindness would change 3 lives forever. The black sedan sputtered to a stop right in the middle of 5th Street, smoke rising from under the hood like morning fog. Sarah Mitchell gripped the steering wheel, her heart sinking as she watched other cars begin to honk and swerve around them. "Mommy, why did our car stop working?" asked 7-year-old Emma from the back seat, her blonde pigtails bouncing as she leaned forward with concern. Sarah took a deep breath, trying to stay calm for her daughter. The timing could not have been worse. "I think something is wrong with the engine, sweetheart," Sarah said, reaching for a phone. But before she could dial, there was a gentle tap on her window. A man with dark hair and kind eyes was standing beside her car, wearing a simple gray t-shirt and jeans. "Excuse me, ma'am. I am Michael Thompson," he said when she rolled down the window. "I own Thompson's Auto Repair just 2 blocks from here. I saw you were having car trouble. Would you like me to take a look?" Sarah hesitated for a moment. In today's world, trusting a stranger felt risky. But something about his warm smile reminded her of her own father. "That would be very kind of you, Mr. Thompson. I am Sarah Mitchell, and this is my daughter Emma." Michael nodded respectfully. "Nice to meet you both. Let me pop your hood and see what we are dealing with." As Michael examined the engine, Emma pressed her face against the window, watching him work. Sarah noticed how patient and careful he was. "Well, Mrs. Mitchell," Michael said, "your radiator hose has burst. It is not safe to drive right now." Sarah's heart sank. How much will that cost to fix? "The parts and labor would normally run about $400, Michael said gently. "But let me tow your car to my shop and fix it up for you. No charge." "Oh no, I could not possibly accept that," Sarah protested. "That is far too generous." Michael smiled. "Ma'am, my wife passed away 3 years ago from cancer. I have a 7-year-old son named Jake. Before she died, she made me promise to help people whenever I could. She said kindness creates ripples in the world that we never get to see. I would be honored to help you and your little girl." Emma had been listening to every word. As they spoke, she quietly opened her car door and walked up to Michael. She tugged gently on his shirt. "Mister," she whispered, looking up at him with serious blue eyes. "She is my mom. She works really hard every day to take care of me. We do not have a daddy anymore. Maybe you could marry her." The words hung in the air like a prayer. Sarah's face turned bright red, and Michael looked surprised but touched. "Emma," Sarah gasped, "you cannot just say things like that to strangers." But Michael knelt down at Emma's level, his expression gentle and understanding. "Emma, that is very sweet of you to say," he said softly. "Your mom seems like a wonderful lady, and you are a very special little girl. Right now, though, let's focus on getting your car fixed so you two can get home safely. Sometimes the best friendships start with small acts of kindness." Over the next hour, Michael towed Sarah's car to his shop. Sarah and Emma waited in his office, where he had coloring books for customers' children. Just then, a young boy with dark hair came running in from the back room. "Dad, I finished my homework," announced Jake Thompson, Michael's 7-year-old son. He stopped when he saw Emma coloring. "Hi, I am Jake. Are you waiting for your car too?" Emma looked up. "I am Emma. My mommy's car broke, but your daddy is fixing for free because he is really nice." Jake grinned. "My dad fixes lots of cars. Want to see my toy cars?" As the children played together, Sarah watched through the window as Michael worked on her car. "He seems really nice, Mommy," Emma said, playing with Jake's toy cars. "And Jake says his mommy went to heaven, just like our daddy did." Sarah looked over at Jake, who was showing Emma his favorite red truck. "Jake told me his daddy gets lonely sometimes," Emma whispered. "Just like you do, Mommy." Sarah's throat tightened. Emma's father had died in a car accident when she was only 3. Sarah had been working hard to provide for them both ever since. When Michael finished the repair, he came into the office with a satisfied smile. "All done," he announced. "Your car should run like new now." "Mr. Thompson, please let me pay you something," Sarah insisted. "What you have done is incredibly kind, but I cannot accept such generosity." Michael shook his head firmly. "The only payment I need is knowing you and Emma got home safely tonight. That is worth more to me than money. As they prepared to leave, both children seemed sad to say goodbye. Emma ran up to Michael. "Thank you for helping us," she said. "Will we see you and Jake again?" Jake tugged on his father's shirt. "Dad, can Emma come play again? She is really nice." Michael looked at Sarah. "Well, your mom has my business card. If your car ever needs anything, or if you want to stop by so you kids can play, you are always welcome." As Sarah and Emma drove home in their perfectly running car, Emma was unusually quiet. "What are you thinking about, honey?" Sarah asked. "I think God sent us an angel today," Emma said simply. "And I think Jake needs a mommy as much as I need a daddy." Sarah glanced at her wise little daughter. Maybe Emma was right. Maybe sometimes the most beautiful things in life begin with unexpected kindness. 3 weeks later, Sarah found herself driving past Thompson's auto repair on her way home from work. She had thought about Michael and Jake many times since that day. "Mommy, can we stop and visit Mr. Michael and Jake?" Emma asked from the back seat. Sarah smiled, turning into the parking lot. Through the window, she could see Jake helping his father. "I think that would be very nice."